Yes.
A couple of thorns between two roses.
Oh.
Yeah.
This rose is expecting a little bud.
A little bud.
It'll be the first baby with 0% baby fat.
You are too kind,
She
my
will
friend.
come out and she will say, listen, I want to have some formula with a friend. So can someone cut my cord? Because I
I'm just going to say, can I go to Taco Bell?
I want to go to Taco Bell and have formula with a friend of mine before later on in the afternoon, mid-afternoon.
You are too kind. Thank you.
She's going to go to the Grove.
She is the Grove. I want to mention our shoes, first of all, okay?
I gave you those shoes. I thought you'd be too old to remember to bring them. But
No,
it's
we
not.
No,
remember.
I remember. These shoes, it was my 20th anniversary.
Yes.
You were kind enough. So I've never worn them because I think of them kind of like a trophy.
Well,
He
I
has
put-
them
they were given out of love. I love shoes, so I love giving shoes to people
Well, thank you. Thank you
because
very
it's
much.
a very personal item.
What about your shoes?
These are purple shoes in honor of my man Prince, who I will honor in some form or fashion for a long time in purple of some
Now,
regard.
speaking of shoes and Prince, we're obviously going to get into, you had an incredible interview with Prince, which I know we're going to show in a minute here.
You know, I had a couple of great moments with Prince. You know, the one thing about Prince is that if he liked you, you felt very special because you knew how special that was to have him ask about me and ask for other people or have me call me and invite me to different shows. But he wanted to be my Bible. He thought I cursed too much, which is true. So I used artichoke for a long time while he was watching the show.
He didn't curse?
He did not curse and he did not drink alcohol. So he says, "What's your address? I'm gonna have somebody drop off some literature at your house." And at 11:30, I have a camera outside. I see a hand, bloop, a little hand.
Are you
I think he
serious?
dropped it off himself.
Was
a little
it
hand
him?
goes over, you know, and the literature's out there. So I got sick before I had food poisoning before we got a chance to meet, and he thought that the devil intervened our meeting by maeking me sick so that I couldn't.
Wow.
Stop
And-
eating
So I
like
couldn't
bad
get the
food?
word.
And was he wrong?
I think he's right.
Let's take a look at the
I
interview
think
right
he's
here.
right.
Oh, okay.
And that is love.
I am here today because of the golden age of the 60s, 70s, and 80s of music. And this is when artists played their own instruments. They wrote their own songs. They had to perform next to people like Ike and Tina Turner, Wilson Pickett, James Brown. I mean, you got to have your act together.
With so many songs, I'm sure you don't forget your lyrics.
Oh, yes, I do.
Or do you? Do you still have the first guitar you've played? Do you keep instruments like
No, a
that?
lot of my stuff gets stolen.
A lot
I'm
of your
steal
stuff.
them shoes.
So he was admiring
wow.
your amazing purple, bedazzled, crazy shoes, and so you ended up.
I ended
getting
up making him
pair?
a pair of those shoes his size with a nice heel.
Oh, yeah.
For
Gotta
some
have the heel.
sturdiness.
Yes.
Gotta have the nice heel. And I left them at the Beverly Hills Hotel, and I wasn't sure if he picked them up. I called, and they were still there, and then I never heard anything about them. So I asked Michelle, you know, that works with me, did Prince ever pick up those shoes? And I was watching video the other day, and he was wearing them.
Oh,
and some
no way.
and performing on them. Yeah, it's very
That's
special.
so cool.
And I also gave him a purple hat, and I walked in with a box, and he says, you know, I can't accept gifts because of his religious beliefs. I can't accept gifts. I said, just look at it. He goes, I can't, George, I can't. And we're talking and we're laughing, making comedy. And then he opens the box, and there's a white piece of paper, and he takes the paper off. And he sees this amazing purple fedora handmade, and he grabs it, flicks the bill, puts it on, tips it to the side, walks in front of me like this. And then he looks at me and he goes, oh, I'm keeping this.
I love that.
It.
And he was very funny. People talk about his sense of humor. He was incredibly funny.
You know, I'm always
Very
surprised.
quick.
Whenever I hear him in an interview, I'm always surprised at how deep his voice is
Yeah.
when he speaks, because that's
me
not the
too.
image we have.
Yeah.
You
But
definitely have a
it's
different
very
image.
cool that he did your show.
Well, you know,
He
my
doesn't
band
do a
leader,
lot
Michael
of
Bearden, was
interviews.
instrumental in that because music guys were brothers in music, and
Yeah.
there was a camaraderie in the music business. And without Michael Bearden, I wouldn't have this moment. I wouldn't have these great pictures. I wouldn't have these great stories. And
What a
Well,
memory.
we're
it's
talking
a
about how
tremendous loss.
hip he is and how in touch with everything he was, but you were saying when it came to, you know, lingo, he was a little behind in the times.
he didn't watch TV, so when he saw my shoes in the dressing room, he said, "Those are fly." It's from like the Fresh Prince. I think he stopped watching TV around the
love
Fresh
that.
See,
Prince.
I find that so strange because he
Yeah.
was the coolest. He was the
really
epitome
was.
of cool in his
Be-
music.
Because he didn't know anything, he was just
He didn't
him.
care.
Yeah.
He was
Just him.
Yeah,
Yeah, just him.
authentic.
All right,
Yeah.
listen, as usual, you got 42 things going on.
I do.
So let's get to some of
Okay.
them. You have your golf tournament.
I do.
Yes. This is the 9th.
Ninth year at Lakeside. Lakeside is my golf club. The golf club is great. All my friends are coming. I have Dean Norris and Stephen Michael Quesada from Breaking Bad.
Okay.
Gomi and Hank. And then I have Adam Levine is probably going to come. Wilmer's been there before. Andy Garcia, Don Cheadle, Anthony Anderson, Dr. J.
Oh.
Dr.
J.
J. Considered maybe
Good
possibly
call.
one of the
Let me
greatest
explain.
players.
I know
that's
Dr.
not
J.
a hip-hop guy.
Doctor.
No,
Okay.
I met Dr. J.
I
had
invited the
signed
Clippers, but
basketball.
they're all hurt. There's a
I know.
tendonitis. There's
Yes.
broken
Yeah,
hands.
Don't ask Chris
There's
Paul.
broken promises. They're crying in the corner. You know, so I'm a Laker, and I was there when Kobe scored the 60 points.
You were there?
I was there in the front row. We were jumping up and down. Me and
That was
Arsenio.
crazy.
I haven't jumped like that since I'm not sure. I was maybe in third grade when I.
That
bought
was
You
that.
would have been
Storybook
thrilled
ending.
with 35 points, right? You would have been thrilled.
You didn't know what to expect
Yeah.
because before against Utah he scored 5 points.
Right.
So he had 45. Adam Levine says he's going for 50. He had 60. And the greatest real moment, I've watched Kobe play for 20 years.
Yeah.
After the third period, he's walking down the court. He looks at us and he goes. Like you could see that he
An old
had
man.
run it. He had
Now,
run
were
it.
you like courtside? Are you?
I was courtside. I was wearing the black shoes. Nike, Tracy at Nike was nice enough to send me and it was an amazing, amazing moment.
You're living a life.
I'm
know.
the king of LA. Come
are
on,
living the
Steve.
life.
I'm
Come on.
under you. You can't get out as much because your hip bothers you. But then
your
I go
hip
out there.
bothers you.
You know, you can't go out.
And I think he just threw in an Adam Levine reference,
Yeah.
like as
Yeah.
if you were sitting together.
We were there sitting together.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! You're just like, oh, and Adam
Who
Levine
was
is.
there? Adam
Thank
Levine
you.
and Haim Saban and Arsenio.
What is Haim Saban? Come on. Does he,
What is that guy?
Does he have an album? He's nothing.
No, he doesn't have an album.
okay.
Or a symbol.
Or a symbol.
Or a
You're
symbol,
absolutely
or
right.
a color.
Or his own color.
And
And
we
you're
have
doing
time
a
here.
couple shows?
Yeah, first of all, you have your TV show.
I have my TV show, Lopez,
Lopez.
is doing tremendously
Yeah.
well. Listen, white people like it. When white people like my stuff,
Yes.
I know that
Then
I've reached
you're
another
there.
level.
You're there.
I've reached
Right.
another level.
Where do we see that?
Even though I look like El Chapo and Colonel Sanders had a baby with this facial hair. This is on TV Land at
TV
10,
Land.
and it's on DVR and on demand. TV Land has an app.
Everywhere.
It's hard not to find me.
All right.
And
Performing.
Yeah, performing.
Still doing stand-up because it's the freest form of expression.
Yeah.
you'll be at the Orpheum.
Other than going to Venice Beach and riding around with a
That too.
chainsaw and roller skates.
Top.
Or-
Topless.
Orpheum Theater Friday and Sunday. Okay. You will also be, you know what's coming up? You're going to be at
That
the
was my
Hollywood Bowl,
son.
right?
And I'm going to be at the Hollywood Bowl, the Jazz Festival.
Oh,
Yes,
that's awesome.
that's
You
yours.
guys are invited.
Thank
Steve,
you.
Nice.
I know you have
Is
to
that
leave by
the Playboy
5 to
Jazz
take your
Festival?
medicine.
When is
but
that?
Take
It
his
is
pills.
in the middle of
Yes,
June.
that,
I
you're
wanna
doing
go
that.
Can't
that.
make it.
You can't make it because
She's going to be birthing.
Yes.
the kid will be driving by then.
Can I have her ticket?
You'll
Are you
also,
taking? Yes, of
you'll
course.
also be in Fresno.
I'll be in
I
Fresno
got your
with
whole
the guys.
schedule down.
What is
yeah.
going on?
I'll be there with. We're doing an Armenian marathon.
You are?
You said
Yes.
Armenian.
We're doing an Armenian
Right here.
marathon.
Why wasn't I invited?
Like running? A marathon?
No, we're just gonna gather in the street.
We're gonna make kebabs.
We're gonna make kebabs.
I like that kind of marathon.
And I have a
Drink
grill that I
vodka.
debuted on QVC. Do you know about my grill?
I
I
know.
saw you on QVC.
Wait, you invented a
Were you still in your
grill?
pajamas?
All right.
No, I was
Here's the deal.
here this morning.
You have to come,
Come back next time. We'll do the whole
All right,
grill
we got a
thing.
lot of things,
All
but
right.
All right.
don't ever forget Prince and wear purple, please.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
a beautiful.
And in my case, we're blue. Thank you for my shoes.
And that-
Thank you very
You
much.
are